Hello, faith leaders, and welcome to Breaktime. Today we are in Psalm 10:1, which says this: Why, Lord, do you stand far off? Why do you hide yourself in times of trouble? Have you ever said that? Why, Lord, where are you? Why? How come I can't feel you? How come I sense that you're almost ignoring me, that you're standing at a distance? And you know, I read this great thing about with Charles Spurgeon, that if the Lord picked us up every time trouble came through, our lives, and carried us, how would we ever learn to walk? And so I think about that in terms of, a child. If we as parents picked our child up every time, just held them every time, and didn't let them learn to walk, how would they ever learn to grow in confidence so that they can continue to walk? And I can't help but to think, how would we ever not learn faith, to rely upon God, if every time that there was something coming our way, God spared us of that, but picked us up? And here's what I'm imagining. God He just doesn't ever forsake us. He never leaves us nor forsakes us. But He may not pick us up during those times of trouble and carry us. But what may happen, I know happens, He walks through it with us. And then we rely upon His promises and His truths to help carry us through, instead of just, I know there's desperate times, and I know there's critical moments where we fall on the mercy hand of God and He carries us through. But sometimes He sets us down in the midst of those times and allows us to walk. But yet, you know what I'm envisioning is, no matter what we're walking through, we're in His hand. His hand is in ours. He hasn't left us. I understand, though, that there's times where we think, God, where are you? Why is all this trouble surrounding me? Why me? And one of my favorite sayings I say to myself is, why not me? Because I'm learning that in times of adversity is the times where I'm sensing that my relationship with God and who I am is growing stronger in Him. Because I'm not relying upon me to pick myself up. I'm not relying upon me to carry me through. But I'm relying upon the promises of what God says to be true, to be my guide. So if you're in a time of trouble, it's often in those greatest moments that we call out and say, why me, God? Don't waste that energy asking, why me? But come to Him knowing that He is with you today, right there in the midst of wherever you're at, that God is right there, understanding your situation, but letting you walk so that you can rely upon Him. They still had to walk after the waters were parted. The Israelites weren't carried all the way through, but they were allowed to walk. And so sometimes we just need to say, all right, Lord, I'm going to walk, but you're going to give me the strength to walk. I need your strength to walk. And maybe that's where you're at today. God, give you the strength to walk. Have a blessed day.